You know, that's, yeah, getting people that are committed and that can, in the next year, since we do have some people that are going to be stepping down. But
so if there's somebody in this room who's thinking, actually, they'd like to help, what should they do?
Just go look at Immortality Institute and see what you think. I mean, if you get something from it and you feel like you would like to get back to it. I know, like I mentioned, the supplement forums they are really the most active, and I've learned a lot from that. Just, and I had, said that I do calorie restriction, and with calorie restriction, you look at getting all of the nutrients that you need through your food. So it's been, you don't. Some supplements would be a detriment. So I mean, it's very interesting to look at that and to see the active debates, and I've learned a lot because people will share papers there and link to a lot of different.
So can you give us a gist of what is this idea of calorie restriction? Is it just a diet to lose weight, or is there more to than that?
It's more, yeah. Okay. Calorie restriction is the only thing that is known to extend life in humans, and you have people that are researchers, and they know that yes, it gives somewhere maybe an average of a 10% length on life, and to do calorie restriction, it's very easy to go to an extreme state where you could be hurting yourself, so you have to know what you're doing by reading books like Beyond the 120-Year Diet, and the newest book is Living the CR Way.
Living the CR Way.
Mm-hmm. And that was a great book, because Beyond the 120-Year Diet has all of the studies and all of the research, and Living the CR Way really talks about how you can implement it into a modern lifestyle. I mean, but a lot of people will choose that our researchers know, and they that it's too hard to do for what it that it's not something that is like if you're living a healthy lifestyle. Again, you're going to get a 2 to 10% sort of boost which could be a lot from calorie restriction. If you're not living as healthy of a lifestyle, I mean, that you phenomenal gain there that you can get. Or, I mean, I really attribute being a lot healthier to, I'd had 3 children, and I didn't know much, I guess, about nutrition, or I knew a little bit about what the common way, things that were said, and learning about calorie restriction really helped me learn about what nutrition,
so,
and to feed my family.
And in practical terms, what do you do? Do you have smaller portions of every food, same as before, or what?
Well, there are different ways people do CR. Some people eat once a day, and other people will eat small amounts during the day. And I don't eat the same food. I mean, you reduce things that are empty calories, or you want to have your calories count to be packed with vitamins and minerals. I mean, you choose foods over time. Like when I started, I used the computer software. There's wonderful software, and you could enter in what you're eating, and you could, well, eat more of this. What can I eat? And it gives you lists, and to learn how to balance things out. But then you learn how to just look at foods and kind of figure out how to do that. And you could still look up something if you want. But that's, yeah.
There's a question from Elvira at the back.
Yeah.
We have to shout.
I wanted to ask if, I would imagine it's mostly vegan, and is it raw, or does it have to be alkaline, for example, without other components in its diet?
Yeah. It's not mostly vegan. I mean, people do eat like chicken and salmon, and I mean they what was the second part of the question? With the
Is it mostly raw because
no.
so you do cook
Yes.
meals and
Yeah. Because a lot of the nutrients, you get more nutrients from cooking in many of the foods. I mean, it's looking at how to get the best nutrients for your body. So
does it have to be alkaline as well, or it just doesn't matter?
people do look at eating alkaline, but that's not a major focus of it.
Do you have some your own reasons for interest in alkaline diet?
Well, yes.
Sorry, I have to shout a bit. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm mostly vegan / raw / alkaline diet. I'm not practicing calorie restriction yet, but I would like to know more about it. What is involved, and what sort of program do you use this software?
What was the software you used to help you?
Well, the software I used was the software developed by Roy Walford, and you can download that. I think you can get that for free now because there's more advanced software out there. I mean that you can use, and even there are a lot of sites that are good. But if you go to the CR Society, you can read about it, and there are links to the best sites and really more advanced ways of figuring out your BMI and where you should be. I mean, and CR is very different if you have large bones than if you have thin bones, and what your history is in your family and where you are when you're starting it. I mean, there are a lot of, in your age, and there are a lot of different factors. And I mean, living the CR way is good because they address some how to incorporate different eating styles too into it. That was good because it's not. I guess it's a little bit more flexible than Roy Walford's original book, and there are other books out there as well.
Various questions, right? One here. Yeah.
Has CR ever led to eating disorders?
That's a good question because some people think that you would be anorexic or you would be, and it's not. There's not evidence. I know there have been studies on that you can look at. It is. I think that the other reason, like I said, that some people can become very extreme is that I accidentally did that when I was starting, where I went down. I'm 5'10", and I went down to 115 pounds, and that was too low for me. And I do better like around 120. Well, I stay at 125 to 127. And that makes a big difference for me. But when I was at the very low weight, I guess, yeah, I did like think about, I became kind of obsessed with the food and more of the planning and thinking about it. But yeah, I don't think it really, I mean, I incorporated it while having, kids and doing school and all of that. And I had a exchange student that lived with me that had anorexia. I mean, I've seen what anorexia is like, and it's very different. I mean, I still was able to, since I was educating myself, I knew that I was too low and I had to go up some. I mean, but it was also difficult for me to gain weight because I had to do it in a healthy way.
So, lots of questions. This one here?
Yeah. If anyone has any food questions, ask them now, because I'm going to change the topic just a tiny bit. You mentioned you had kids.
Yeah.
I was wondering whether having children actually decreased the likelihood or the lifespan, not because they were a pain in the ass to keep, but because maybe reproduction is some kind of an indicator to the genes of the body that, like, your duty here is done, so start shutting down. No,
there have been studies on that, and I haven't ever seen one that shows that there's a negative on, unless you're over a certain amount of children, but men that have more children live longer, and that was one of the things that they weren't sure if it's because you want to you feel more needed as a grandparent and being around, or if it's the support that you get in, it's also different in different cultures.